Okay, y'all. So I'm on here, and good morning, by the way. I'm making this really sweet, sincere video about addiction, and I must have ran out of storage. I don't know what happened. Um, so, um, I think today I'm going to tell y'all an addiction story. I was going a different route, but I'm going to tell y'all where, and I'm not, this isn't my story yet, my addiction story. It's just something that happened to me to show you the grips that it can have. And now the sun is like, okay, there was one time, I'm going to tell y'all one story. And there was one time when I was in probably the height of my addiction. And which was to opiates mostly, I mean, I was also, my doctor had put me on phentermine, the diet pill, which I was still fat. I was still so fat. I could take one of those and eat, but I couldn't shut up. I would take it and just, blah, 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 but I could eat. And which is rare, but when I love food. And on my Instagram, which is Randy931, I'm gonna put up an addiction picture and show. It's not that I'm really skinny now, because I'm by no means am I thin, but I'm a lot thinner than I was. A lot thinner, 55 pounds thinner. But and there's a reason to this, because somebody that I really love has had a relapse and has really messed up. And she had worked to get her nursing license, and she hadn't even had them a year, and she just really screwed up. And I'm just praying for her so hard, because people that don't understand where she's at will judge her. And I have watched her get beat to death in comments, because it's made the news here in little Podunk nowhere. But well, the way that she read and some stuff she done, that's why she made the news. But anyway, one time I was going down the road to rent a building, because I had a little business that I was trying to get off the ground, and it really would have done well had I not been, on drugs. Because I had a good clientele. I made candles and wax melts, all this stuff. So anyway, I got pulled over, and instead of just shutting up, he pulls me over, and the cop does. I had no idea why I got pulled over. I knew I wasn't speeding. Got pulled over, and he said license and registration, and I got all that out, and I got my insurance papers out to show him. And I could not shut it. I was just like, you know what? I don't even know what I was saying. I was so out of my head. But in my mind, he couldn't tell. There was, he obviously could not tell I was on anything, because I'm smarter than the cops. That's what goes on in your head, and you think nobody can tell. So he heard my purse rattle, and he said, "Can I search your purse?" And I said, "Yeah, that's where I keep my crack." Joking. Because in my mind, I didn't do crack, so obviously not an addict. So I get my purse searched, and I had 4 different kinds of narcotics in there. Got my car searched. He didn't find anything in the car, because everything was in my purse. I gave them permission to search everything, but if I hadn't, they would have probably got a warrant or something. Here's what. This cop let me go. He didn't know, well, no. He didn't let me go. He didn't take me straight to jail. He gave me a citation where I had to go to court. And you talk about scared. I was terrified. Terrified. I was charged with schedule this and schedule that, and I didn't know what schedules were, and I really hadn't been in a lot of trouble with the cops, and I was terrified. But I was not terrified enough to not go to court without popping some pills. that's the grip that it had on me. Now, I got out of it. And the way I got out of it was just getting prescriptions for this and that and proving, that it was prescription. Even though a lot of it, I didn't fake anything, any of the prescriptions, but I don't know. Honest to God, I just got lucky. That's the truth. And I remember standing in that courtroom and my knees was knocking together. I mean, literally, my knees was just banging together because I thought, I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. And the main thing I was worried about, sadly, was I'm going to withdraw in jail. That's the truth. That's what I was worried about. And my record, I was really worried about, because I don't want a criminal record. I don't have one and I don't want one. But I just, that's addiction. It wasn't, yeah, it was. I want to say it wasn't a whole lot longer till I got clean, but it actually was probably about another year. I'm not sure. But when I got free from that, when I was found not guilty because I had come up with these prescriptions, just the fact that I was that scared and I still didn't stop, and I know it happens over and over and over. So how do we learn our lesson? I don't know if we do. I don't know if we learn our lesson or you either die or you get clean. And seeing my associate, I don't want to say, I guess she's somewhat of a friend, knowing she's in jail, knowing there's no bond, knowing that she's going through where I was. And it's harder once you've been in the program and you've went to NA and you know what to do. I think it makes it harder. The relapse is harder. I'm not sure if it's harder, but they say it is. I don't know. Knock on wood for today. I don't know. Today I'm good. So just know that as long as there's a breath in your body, there's hope. And that's my rambling about addiction, and what's on my heart today is just where I was, where I'm going, and now I gotta go to work. That's where I'm going now. And I really hate my job. And only I can do something about that, huh? Anyway, y'all have a great day. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll talk to y'all soon.